So I have the Cover Story Cozy Luxe Comfort Luxe Wear poly yarn, and it is 10.58 ounces. It's about 16 yards. It looks like this. It's the yarn with the like tube yarn. It has like the white cotton on the inside. And I have 3 of these, so we'll see if this is enough to make a small bag. So you're going to need some scissors and your yarn. Let's start by just grabbing the cotton here. And cut her down a bit. We're going to start with our slip knot. So here's our slip knot. Go about a little more than 2 fingers. And then we're going to start by making 8 loops. So I'm going to roll some of this off. So we have our first loop here. We're going to put our fingers inside the loop, grab this yarn, pull it through to make another loop that's about the same size. So you have 1 loop and 2. So I like to put my hand here personally because I feel like it helps me hold this down while I knit. So put my hand here. This is 1. This is 2. I'm going to go here with 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 7 and 8 and 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for number 8 here, I'm trying to pull her upward like that and move this yarn this way. So now this one, this is loop here, is around this one. So we're going to go right into this loop here. And we're going to pull that yarn up towards you to make your second loop. You're going to go into this yarn here to make 3, to make 4. And these ones here, you want to try to keep them about the same height, a little more than 2 fingers. 5, 6, and 7 here. So now we have 7 loops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to take this guy. We're going to pull her this way. So you have a loop right here. You're going to take this yarn. You're going to go into the loop this way. Pull, push that yarn up just like that. Then you have 1 on this side. You're going to go to the next loop right here for number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. These fall a little bit small. This makes 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the last loop right here becomes 7. just like that. So your foundation row should look like this. You should have 14 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we're going to see how all of these loops are straight up and down. We're going to give them a little twist so that we can have our detail on our bag. This one's already twisted. So I'm just going to pull my yarn this way because I'm going to be working in this direction. But before I do that, I'm going to twist the yarn. I'm going to twist it so that it's in front here. So like this was straight up and down. I'm going to give it a twist. I'm going to do all of these like this. Same on this side. Okay, they all got a little twist here. There we go. So now we're going to take my working yarn. I was going to make sure that we're pulling the yarn up towards us. So we're going to take the yarn through the hole up towards you. So we're going to make our new loop. But now, see how we twisted and this one's on top? We're going to twist it the other way. So these ones are going to twist that way. So you start to get your twist design. So we pull this one here. And it is going to twist this way. Pull through. And give it a twist. Twist it that way. Give it a twist. A little bit of a twist. Alright. So you can kind of see we're getting a little bit of a twist design here. I'll pull some more yarn off of my skein. Pull it this way. So we do the same thing here. This one should be twisted that way. And pull through. And then give her a twist. So there we have finished 2 rows. And it looks something like that. So now we're going to keep going. I'm going to pull her through this one. And then I'm going to twist her the opposite direction. So that way. This one. I'll twist that way. And this way. Twist. Come through and twist. Come through and twist. For these ones here on the side, you want to make sure you're pulling it kind of tight so these will come together because this will be your side. So you're going to come through and twist. twist. And come through and twist. Twist. And twist. Twist. Give her a twist. And her. So now we're just going to keep going and alternating, twisting back and forth. Pull that out, trim it. Do the same thing here. Take that, this, and tie it in a double knot. Some people also choose to sew these together, either by machine or by hand. I just choose to make a knot with them. Alright, so now we're just going to keep going. We're going to unravel some. So here's our bag so far. I feel like let's just do 2 more rows. So I folded it in half. I'm gonna keep doing it like this. So here's our bag so far. This is the inside. You see here, we kind of have some cables happening. These pieces. And trim those. Okay, so now we have our, this is going to be my last row. Now we're going to start casting off. So I am going to take my working yarn, that's the yarn attached to the ball. We're going to pull this up like this, straight up like that. So we have one loop here. So this is going to be the new loop, and this is going to be our old loop. So new loop goes over the old loop, and then you use your yarn to make a new loop. So we have our new loop that I just made. We're gonna go open this up and put it over the next one. It's a little bit big. Let me pull this and make it a little bit smaller. So that loop went over this one. You take your yarn, pull it, and make a new, not too big, make a new loop. So new loop, old loop, open the new loop over the next one. Take your yarn, make a new loop over the old one, make a new loop over the old, make a new loop, old loop, so new loop over the old one, make a new loop like that, new loop over the old, make a new loop over the old, make a new loop. And I'm going to flip this. As you can see here, we're starting to get this little braid design. I'm going to flip it. Alright, new loop is going to go over the old one. Take that old loop, use the yarn to make a new loop over the old one, use that old loop to make a new one, new loop over the old, make a new loop over the old, make a new loop, use that old loop to make a new loop. Alright, and then new loop over the old loop, this is the last one, and use that yarn to make a new loop. And now what I'm going to do is, here is our bag. I have to do a little shaping. This is our yarn, so what we have left. I'm going to pull out some yarn. Maybe this is enough. So I cut that there. And just for reference, that's about 200 inches. And I feel like that's actually a little aggressive. I don't think we need this much yarn. But let's just see how it goes. I can't decide yet. I haven't decided yet if I want this to be a short bag or a long bag. But, so we have our loop here. This is our last loop. And this here is our side seam where it's kind of split at. I like to take this loop, pull it through this loop here, the first loop on that other side. I like to pull it through here. I don't know if that's the rules, but that's just what I like to do, to kind of close this gap a little. And then I'm going to take my yarn, which is now inside the bag, and I'm going to pull it all the way through. Okay, yeah, that's a little aggressive on the yarn length. And I'm going to give it a tight pull like that, so it's kind of closed up. There is a little space here, like there's a loop here, and like if you pull them, there's a little space here right below this chain. I like to take this yarn here and push it inside the bag through that hole there, that opening, and I like to pull a loop out, so just like fold it. So pull it out just like that. So now you have a loop that's hanging outside of the bag like that. And this is where I am going to start my strap. So I have this loop here, and I'm going to take my working yarn, my loop, I'm going to pull it over this edge, kind of snugly, don't want it to be too gappy, and then make a new loop. So it'll look like this. So this was the old loop, this is the newest loop. Now, the yarn that we cut off the ball, we're going to use that to make a strap. So let's just give it a count. So let's start with like 12. And this is what the bulb looks like. I feel like with the size of this bag, I want to do a little bit more. So 12. So now we're gonna go to our side seam here. We kind of have the same, like similar kind of spacing situation here. So I'm going to pull my loop here, but this time I'm going to push that loop inside. I'm going to pull it inside. But instead of pulling this all the way over, I'm going to pull it inside of this cast off. So it looks kind of like this. That is our side. And this is what we have on the inside. We have a loop and you have your yarn here. So we're going to take this loop and to pull it like that. And then I also like to go right below and pull it down and kind of weave it through just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my cotton feel, give it a trim, and then I'm going to kind of push this here all the way down.
So this here is what my bag currently looks like. Stay tuned for part 2 as I add the flap.